Okay guys, so I did the live, which will probably take a while to upload. I don't know how that goes. I know from my view it doesn't seem to upload for at least a day, or I don't know, takes all night. So maybe in the morning it'll upload, but it takes a while. I'm not sure why that is. But, so I'll just do this and kind of go over some of the points. I don't have my notes open since I'm on the video, but let me just say this. Maybe some things I forgot. So, well, I mean, probably the most important thing in that video was to hold the light inside yourself, that we can't save MAGA. The ones who have turned, who their conscience was lit open for them so they could change, they pretty much, all of them have done that by now. But yeah, there's still hope. Obviously, there's always hope, but most of them who would change have changed already. And really the change is in ourselves. We have to change ourselves. So we hold the light, we spread the light. Spirit said reading, film, music is more important than you could know. It has more impact on your mental and spiritual health and helping each other out and bringing peace to the world and changing the algorithms of everything around us. It has more impact than you know, like when you're really stressed and scared, feeling anxiety, fear, etc., anguish, anger, listening to your favorite song or a good song, watching a movie, reading a book. Reading is really good. There's something about reading that's really good, but music is like an instant fix. And it lightens the energy, and everything is energy. It really is. Literally everything's energy. We're seeing a lot of negative energy right now, and they're harassing, or what you call it, lassoing a lot of negative energy. But as always, the dark only exists without light. And once you turn on a light, even a small little bit of light, a crack through a wall, through a curtain, a little candle, a match, it pierces the darkness. Light is stronger than darkness. So energy, the energy of light, keeping the light, holding the light. So work on yourself. That's the message from Spirit. Allow yourself to heal through music, books, film, and keeping the light. Spread the light. Hold the light in yourself and spread the light to others. And again, one reason why one way they showed me that was like after Christmas, when everybody took down all their decorations and there's still just a few people with their lights out, and I drive home from work and I see just those few houses, and it's amazing how just seeing one or two of those houses with their lights still on brings so much joy to me. And you know, what do? It's the darkest time of year. Of course you want to see lights. Of course you want to see some sort of happiness. And that's why we do things like Christmas and things like that. Keep the light. It matters more than you know. Okay. The other thing is like this whole thing with the, icy roads and all of that, which is really horrible. It is Sauron setting out his orc trolls, like Lord of the Rings. This is like Lord of the Rings. Watch the movie. There's people who are, it's not a huge number. It looks like a lot. The majority is good people. The majority is people who are not with what's happening right now. But there's enough of them to bring this visible terror and real terror. But here's the thing. I guess they have to learn their lessons too, and we have to allow them to learn their lesson. We, let's say the world ended tomorrow. We'd be okay. We've done our spiritual work. We helped each other. We spread the light. We tried to even enlighten them. Many of them would not do it. We tried. We would go. We'd be okay. They wouldn't. They would not. And again, as I said, the Democrats, women, immigrants, we represent the weakness in them, the vulnerability that they've never dealt with because they were taught it was bad. They were taught that the only way to be a good person is to be tough, to not cry, to go into the army, to spare the rod, spoil the child. Don't spare the rod. Hit the child, silence the child. Don't talk back to your elders. If you don't like something, force it to happen. Beat it into submission. Make it happen. And none of that is them working on themselves. So like they are completely undeveloped people. And they're falling for the oldest trick in the world, a guy in a suit with a fake tan, from promising them things. And what is he doing to these icy road agents? He's promising them the power to beat into submission the variables of life that they don't like, the liberals, the blue hair, purple hair, the children, the immigrants, all these things that they hate because they can't control it, because they can't control it themselves, and they're scared of it in themselves. So they're beating it, containing it, unaliving it, all these things. But they're not working on that vulnerability, that weakness in themselves, which they need to do. And what is 45 doing? So the power, all these sort of like lower chakra things, the ego, money, giving them money, enticing them with money. You'll do this for money, right? Because money is the root of the earth, of the ego, down to the ego. The higher you go up to your crown chakra, your lotus, and you have enlightenment. You're connected to source. You open your heart chakra. You live in your heart. You're open to source. But they're down there, and the money is rotting them. The money is the enticement, the power, and they do get like a sexual thing from like the control of what they see weakness, the feminine. Oh, it's complicated, but it's true. And it is a spiritual battle. The money is tied to like the demons of the ego demons. And so yeah, money is the root of all evil. It's true. So yeah, he's taken money from all these other programs, veterans, everything, children, food, healthcare, everything. And then we got these demons on earth, but only if so many do it. And yes, there's many that are doing it, but not the majority. The majority of us are still the good, enlightened, evolved people. You know, a good thing to do would be if they cut off the money. Like it would help if the Supreme Court would cut off the whole tariff thing and he has to pay back the tariff. Well, he wouldn't be able to fund these orc trolls. Anyway, again, you have to work on yourself. What was the other thing? Oh, the Clinton thing. So the Clintons didn't testify today, but why should they? Now, here's the thing. I have mixed feelings on that. They could have, and they could have said, what are we supposed to say? I mean, you don't have discovery because you won't allow the files to come out. So what are we supposed to say? We could sit here on the stand and you could question us. And Bill Clinton and Hillary, really, there's nothing she could say, but Bill could probably, obviously he knew Epstein too. So he could say a lot, but it would be completely unproven. Anything that they accused Bill Clinton of doing and anything he would say on the stand would be completely unproven until they release the files. So they got to release the files. What Bill could have done is he could have gone on there and he could have mentioned this whole thing with this Sasha, who was bringing out horrible things like snuff tapes for entertainment purpose only. Horrible things. There's a reason why 45 is doing all these horrible things, and because he's so afraid that the world will know what he's done. He's done horrible things for entertainment purposes only. I just wish we would just say, okay, we know you did it, whatever. So anyway, stop destroying everything. Bill Clinton did not testify. He could have. Maybe it would have brought discovery, but not really. The thing is, why should he testify if they're not going to release the files? Why should he testify?